it's actually easier to date quality people being transgender because you weed out a lot of the basic people. Alrighty, my name is Ashton Colby. On this channel, I talk about not just the physical aspects of my gender transition to this man, boy, person that you see here. I also talk about the spiritual, emotional, intellectual, all the things coming all together to make sure that you thrive beyond just the physical changes. And today, we're going to be talking about dating advice. I made a video a few years ago talking about this, but it seems more relevant than ever. With being transgender, there's this stereotype or this narrative that we internalize, especially when we're first starting transitioning, that we feel like dating is going to be harder and that we're going to, nobody's gonna love us because we're trans. And I get it, it's so real, that narrative, internalizing all those insecurities. I'll totally validate that those feelings are real. However, the narrative and the reality is it's actually easier to date quality people being transgender because you weed out a lot of the basic people who cannot see you beyond just reducing you to maybe one body part between your legs or your transgender history or anything like that, and you date more quality people who have the intellectual ability to see you for exactly who you see yourself as, and that's what anybody should really be searching for in a relationship. So I've really just dated some more quality people because I am transgender, and it's made finding beautiful people who love me for my soul easier. And if I get to weed out some people who are just not woke enough to even if I wasn't transgender, would I want to date somebody who's transphobic? No. Anyway, so those people are just not attracted to me anyway. So in being trans, it's cool, I get to automatically date somebody who sees me for more than my body, who sees me for my soul, who thinks that the experiences that have been challenging for me, like my trans experience, are beautiful aspects that enhance me and who I am. So the person that I'm dating right now, my beautiful girlfriend, she actually, when we first started dating, when we first started talking, communicating, in person and everything like that, we didn't meet online, we met in person, but when we first started talking and being friends, she didn't know I was trans, and so it came across, she gave me a ride home somewhere, and it came across the conversation, we were talking about deep stuff, and I started talking about me being trans, and it came up naturally in a friendship conversation, just something that's important to me, my trans identity. So I told her that I was trans, and later, a few weeks later, she asked me out on a date, and she said, how would you feel if I asked you out? And I said, I don't know, where would we go? And she had a great idea that we would go to this Chinese Lantern Festival together, and I really wanted to go, so it totally worked out. But she later told me that she said it to a friend later, that it made me more attractive once she knew that I was trans, and not in a gross fetishizing way, in a genuine way of this person has depth, this person has is not just this it's a dynamic aspect of my human experience that I'm trans. And so anybody who doesn't value that, really I'm gonna get bored anyway. Trying to date them it's just not interesting to me. I really yeah. So a big tip that I have is that I literally wrote in my journal that I believe that I am worthy and deserving of somebody. I literally have my journal here. My journal. I literally wrote in my journal, I said that, I really know that I deserve to have somebody like Dear Universe. I'd like a girlfriend that goes on hikes with me, who does meditation, yoga, who is just so loving, and that her parents love me, and that she's just a beautiful soul and loves all these things that I love, and so we can experience these things together. And like 6 weeks later, this girl asked me out. Like, the universe, this shit really works. Write down what you want out of a partner, and know that you're worthy. Know that you're, all those narratives that you've internalized that you're not worthy of a partner that has all these qualities is really just lies that you've internalized from society, and that you actually really do deserve a beautiful quality partner with whatever aspects you're really looking for. And the universe, once you consciously unpack all the limiting beliefs that you have that you don't deserve a partner like that, and put yourself out there and show it fully in every aspect of your life, you never know when that person is going to come up. And personally, I don't, this is just personally for me, it's different for everybody. My belief is that a dating app, dating site, anything like that, going to a bar, those things don't really work for me because, you know, I'm finding people to date that go to the same yoga studio as me, or things like that. Like, you get more involved in the things that you love, and then those people in your real life in time harmonize with you. And I think that the energy, and this sounds maybe a little esoteric, but the energy with being on an app, there's a little bit of a sense of like everybody is there because they're missing something, and I know that dating is really what builds quality relationships, is two whole people coming together and are able to share their wholeness, versus somebody who's really searching for another person to complete them. And then in bars, I don't think you're gonna find your soulmate in a bar. So don't worry about being trans and going to a bar and then having to come out to somebody and disclose that you're trans at a bar. And then it's like, getting involved in activism, and maybe you don't care about that. That's cool too. You don't have to, but like, activism or yoga or whatever are the meaningful quality things that you enjoy in your life, and that you would love to share with somebody else that you're involved with. Like, get more involved in those things and show up, and look snazzy at those events, volunteer for things, and those are really the places that energetically, like, that's when people like meet and harmonize and stuff like that. Like, that's where the magic happens. It's in real life, and it's you showing up in every moment with a smile on your face as much as you can, and looking snazzy in whatever way. Like, if you want to attract somebody into your life, you gotta hold the energy of being attractive, like, be that, hold that energy, and it will be so easy for other people to come into your life that find that attractive and won't even care that you're trans. And if people reject you because you're trans, it's like, those people are so basic, you don't even need them in your life. You want a conscious-minded, rad person that is like woke and gets you and wants to, but yeah, that may look like you getting out of your comfort zone a little bit, and trying some new things and getting involved in some new things, but and doing some journaling, and getting a very clear, deliberate image of what you want. So, and putting it out there to the universe, and trusting, and know that you deserve somebody like that. So yeah, I'm not going to give you these conventional dating tips that, about trans dating and all this stuff, like, go on to social media and go on an app and put that you're trans on an app and stuff. If that works for you, cool. But I'm like, write in your journal to the universe exactly what you want, show up and get involved in the things out in the real world, and show up with the energy of being attractive. Unpack any limiting beliefs that you realize that you're not like that. Be open don't hold your trans experience as anything to be ashamed of or anything like that. And if it helps you, because for me, I think it's a more dynamic, attractive, full expression of me and my experience to just be trans in my transness, in my full transness, and I love it. And so, that energy is received by the other people, and to them, it's not even a thing that I'm trans. And like, if trans is something that I'm ashamed of, and I hold that energy that I'm ashamed I'm trans, like, you're gonna attract people in your life. You're not. You want to attract somebody in your life that mirrors the energy that you show up with, right? You want to invite an open person, be open. You know, a loving, unconditional person. You got to start with yourself. That's the real tea. We can talk more about this. This is just a brief little snippet of what some, it is about your energy. The energy that you bring. It really is. So, love your trans experience, and other people will love your trans experience, and you'll attract other people that love you for your trans experience into your life, but really show up with that, and you'd be really surprised. And just sit back and just be patient and relax and know you're like weeding out the basics because you're trans, and like you just like sit in your lovely transness, and some lovely people who love you for your lovely transness will they will be there sooner. Trust me, just trust me. All right, so you can follow me on Instagram. It's Ashton James Colby. That is the place to be if you want to see me outside of YouTube. Anything else, email, all that goodness is down below. You can leave me a comment. I do read the comments. I do try to reply to you because this is a conversation, and I can learn stuff from you, and you can learn stuff from me, and it's a beautiful exchange of beautiful people, and I love you. Stay awesome, and until next time, enjoy the rest of your day. And there it is.